I'm pleased to introduce Associate Professor Dr. Gökçe is a grant awarding coordinator at ReMO and has extensive experience in graduate educational support services for early career researchers. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gökalp.
Thank you, Nisan, for the wonderful introduction. First, I want to make sure that everybody in Zoom is also hearing us. So let us know if you are having problems. Our distinguished guest speakers, our esteemed Vice Rector, our valued colleagues, and dear guests, it's with pleasure I welcome you to Researcher Mental Health Cost Action Turkish Stakeholder Meeting. It's wonderful to see such a wide range in participation of colleagues and scholars from universities all over the country and abroad, as well as fields of study, varied fields of study, joining us here either physically or online. As you know, this is a hybrid meeting, and because it's a Turkish stakeholder meeting, some of the participants will be giving their talks in the panel in Turkish, and others will be providing it in English. So after this brief introduction about the event, and in the afternoon, by the way, there is a workshop for graduate students about well-being, and after that we are going to have our local COST-ReMO members meeting. I want to start with some statistics, since this is about research, statistics about this event, how many people had registered. So the last time we checked, it was 110 people, although I think some of them could not make it here. So physically, there was going to be 40% of the participants were supposed to be here physically. The other 60% are in Zoom, joining us from Zoom and from different countries. In terms of gender statistics, most of the people who signed up for this are female, as expected, but it's an interesting finding at the same time. But usually this mental health issues seem to be hitting women more hardly than men, perhaps, or maybe they want to dedicate more time to these issues. There's participation from 40 different institutions, 6 of which are universities abroad, and the fields of participation range from education to natural sciences, health sciences to business administration to engineering. There are also participants who are working in centers of psychological counseling and research centers from different universities. We are extremely excited to see variety, because the goal of the meeting concerns researchers and administrators from all fields and universities and research centers. The common goal we have, which brings us together today, is to explore ways to create a sustainable and healthy research ecosystem. We know that research plays a critical role in shaping the future of our country and our world. It's through research that we are able to advance our understanding of the world. We develop innovative solutions to the grand challenges through the research work that we do, and we improve the lives of people worldwide. We also know, however, that creating a sustainable and healthy research ecosystem requires collaboration and partnership between researchers, institutions, and stakeholders from all sectors. It requires us to work together to overcome the challenges that we face, identify the opportunities that exist, and build a future that is inclusive, equitable, and sustainable. Of course, this is no easy task. A sustainable, healthy research ecosystem requires mentally and physically healthy researchers and healthy and sustainable infrastructures. So it requires the commitment of institutions as well as policymakers and governments and the global research community for this to happen. So this is similar to this idea of it takes a village to raise a whole child, and it takes the entire research community to raise a scientist. So we have to keep this in mind as we are developing and improving our research ecosystems in our universities. This has been a challenge for all institutions involved in raising scientists and researchers. Earlier on, in trying to ensure productivity and success of researchers, financial incentives were prioritized. In early 2000s, research institutions and governments started developing infrastructures to expand the support to include academic support structures through orientation programs, academic support centers for doctoral students, and centers of teaching and learning excellence and research support for particularly early career researchers. In recent years, there has also been a growing mental health problem being experienced by early career researchers and seasoned researchers alike, with graduate students particularly being considered as an at-risk group for mental health problems. This has been exacerbated by the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, followed by other stresses, other stress-inducing conditions, such as the war in Ukraine, the unfortunate earthquake that hit Turkey only 2 months ago. Considering the serious consequences of poor researcher mental health and well-being, both the researchers and institutions, as well as the research community, has been the impetus for initiating the Researcher Mental Health Cost Action and the associated Researcher Mental Health Observatory. Today, we will be hearing from our distinguished speakers about the details of this ReMO cost action, including the Researcher Mental Health Manifesto that has been translated to several languages, including Turkish, which we will share parts of it with you. The current policies in place in Europe regarding strengthening research ecosystem will also be discussed, along with examples of good practices in Turkey in relation to supporting the research ecosystem. And researcher mental health during times of crisis will also be discussed, as well as the role of effective graduate student supervision in strengthening research ecosystem and regarding reforming research assessment to include diverse practices to maximize research quality. I, for one, am looking forward to the engaging discussions that will emerge from this meeting. I would like to thank all of the panelists for their valuable contributions. I would like to thank our University Vice Rector for his valuable support for this event from the very beginning. And I would like to thank all of you for attending this meeting, which is really a testament to your commitment to a healthy, sustainable research ecosystem. I'm excited to see the ideas and collaborations that will emerge from today's event, and I look forward to a productive, engaging meeting. Only together we can achieve a healthy research and sustainable research ecosystem. Remember, it takes a village to raise a scientist. Thank you.